Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how I edit my photos. I'm not saying this is the best way to edit or this is the way you should edit, but I'm just showing you my style and my edits and see if you like the way I edit my photos. So this is the photo I'm going to be editing today, the before and the after. If you watch this video and you do like the way I edit, I've got some download links in the description where you can get some presets that I've made, or you can wait to the end of the video where I'll have more information about that. So getting onto it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new catalogue for this photo. Okay, here we are. I'm going to call it just how I edit. New York City probably. There we are. Okay, I'm just going to import the picture. So I'm going to import that. There we are. As you can see at the bottom there, the ARW file. That's my RAW file from my Sony A63000. I shoot RAW so I can bring back the detail in post. It just captures a lot more detail than a JPEG file. So I'm going to change the aspect ratio to original just to get the original size back. I don't know why, but it crops it when I import it to Lightroom. So the exposure I'm going to increase slightly, and then the contrast, and I'm going to decrease the highlights, bring the highlights back. So the shadows, I'm just going to increase that until where I think is right. It's about there-ish. The whites, if you hold on the Alt key and just a black screen will pop up. When I see the white bits, I just normally just stop. Same with the black. When you see the black bits, I normally just stop around there. For clarity, I don't normally use this as much, but I'm going to increase it to 10 on this picture. The clarity will help with the lights in the picture. Saturation, I'm going to decrease to 10. So when it comes to the tone curve, I'm not an expert on this, but I normally make 3 points on the tone curve. So this section down here, it will be the shadows, and the top section will be the highlights. So I'm going to bring the shadows down like that, just where I'm just looking at the image and see. So I'm going to increase the highlights like that, and then this section here, if you lift this bit up here, you can get you fade the blacks. So that's why I normally do on my images, just fade the blacks a little bit. See the bottom corners here, and you can see the bottom bits, yeah. And that's the before and the after with the tone curve, just so you can see the difference that the tone curve makes. If you don't know how to use a tone curve, then I would say watch more detailed videos on YouTube, because I probably don't explain it that well, but and I don't really know all the ins and outs of it, but yeah, watch another video on YouTube. So for the colour, I'm going to go for the hue. I'm going to move the reds and all the other colours to where it feels right and what they kind of feel I want to get from the image, so I'm going to -2 for that one. For orange, I'm not going to do too much because I don't want the skin tones to change that much. Yellow, I'm just going to get rid of yellow, I don't know. Maybe put it all the way down to there. And then same for, there's not much green in the image. So if you move it around, you can see whereabouts it's affecting, but there's not much green is set for the t-shirt. Aqua. So in the right hand corner where the lamppost is, that's changing that bit quite a bit. So there, same with the blue. I normally just move it up and down and just see where it's affecting to begin with, and then fine tune it and see what looks best, kind of thing. So for split toning, I would increase it to 5. You can increase the saturation a lot higher just to see where it affects, and then decrease it down if you want. For example, I will increase it to 5, the saturation, and I'll move the hue to where it feels right. So I think a bit in the blue, so what's that, 222. And I'll do the same again for the shadows, or I haven't done the saturation. Increase that to 5 again. I'll just move it around and just look at the image, or maybe 18, there we are. And then just see where it affects. There we are. The blue kind of looks cool. I kind of like a blue kind of tone in my pictures anyway, so this kind of helps for that. And this is just the shadows, as I said. So this will just affect the shadow areas, and the one above will just affect the highlights. This is the before and the after, so you can see the difference from where we come. Okay, let's move down. So you can change the saturation, you can change the sharpening here if you want, and you can zoom in just to see how it affects it, kind of thing. Have a little play around with it, really. Lens correction, so if you enable that, you can see the massive difference. If you turn it on, So that's off and that's on. Some pictures I like to have it off, but most pictures I'll have it on because I think it adds a lot more to the image. And then if your camera's not in there and your lens not in there, just put the settings in. So when we're done to calibration, this kind of affects the image quite a bit as well, which I quite like. So I normally leave the saturation as it is, and then just adjust the hue to where I like the red and where I like the blue. You can see it adjusts it dramatically to just do it slightly, unless you want that look. But yeah, so I'll put it on about like 14 maybe. I think that looks good. And then for the green, just decrease it and just see where it's affecting, what's it doing. About -10. There we are. I'll leave the saturation as it is. Again, you can play around with whatever you want and just see what fits for your picture. Every picture is going to be different as well, so I don't want to increase some gradual, I think it's a gradual fade they call it, or a little filter thing, but I normally just add it in and then just decrease the exposure just to get out little darker areas. I think that helps quite a bit. I forgot about the saturation bit on the colour, so I'm going to go back to saturation. So I'm just going to decrease the red or increase it and just see where it feels right. So about, don't want too much red, don't want it to be, don't want it to look burnt. Yeah, put -28 maybe, something like that. Same for the orange, but with the orange, don't get rid of the skin tones kind of thing, so I've kind of just adjust it to where I think. So there we are. So I'm just going to go through these quickly and just adjust it where I think. So I'm going to go on the little tool here, the little brush tool, and what you can do is you can paint whereabouts you want for it to be affected. So if you've got this little mask button, you can see exactly where you're painting. Not painting, but you know what I mean. Anyway, to do that, I'm going to do it around the face because I want it to not be as red around there. So we'll turn that off, and then it can, adjust the exposure as well, just make it a bit brighter if it's a bit dark. And then I'll probably just decrease the saturation a little bit. Not too much. I want them to look black and white, but I want them to look a bit of not as red. So maybe like somewhere in between. Not that dark. That's a bit black and white, isn't it? Maybe about there. Yeah. Do a bit more. So maybe about there kind of thing. And this tool is quite useful because obviously you don't want to change it on the actual basic setting bit because it will change the whole image, but you want just that section. So this tool is quite useful. I'm just doing some fine touches now. There we are. Let's have a look at before and the after. So that's the before when it got imported, and that's the after. So I'm going to use the gradual filter again just to add. Just going to experiment now and just see what feels right and what doesn't. Let's see. Yeah. Might just get rid of it. So again, just you can just experiment. Again, you don't have to listen to everything I'm saying. You can just follow the steps. Yeah, I might make a tone curve video later on explaining all the details. But there's probably better videos out there that explains it in more detail than I would. Here's the before and the after. So yeah, I think that's everything really. Yeah. Well, actually, wait, before we go, I'm just going to adjust so we can do a bit of fine touching and get the brush tool. I'm just going to paint down his arm, maybe decrease the saturation, not too much so the skin tones go, but enough just to get rid of the bright red because it looks like he's got sunburn. And by the way, this picture was taken in New York City, in Times Square. As you can see, the big USA flag in the background. Yeah, all from the lights. Anyway. That's the before, and that's the after, the final image. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I'm just going to show you quickly. If you guys did like the way I edit and like other ways to edit, I'm going to show you a few other pictures that I've edited, the before and the after. If you do like any of these presets, I've made a whole preset collection where you can download from my selfie website. Yeah, there is a free preset as well, so if you fancy that, yeah, so you click that if you want to download that. I'm going to make another video later on about showing you how to import the presets and how to import them to mobile, if you want them on your mobile phone, if you want them on your computer, whatever way you want really, that will help with that. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to follow me on Instagram or TikTok, I'll be making some new TikTok videos about like the way I shoot photography and stuff like that. If you want to follow them, they're on the screen now. It's Nick Randall. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you've got any questions, chuck it in the comments section below. Yeah, nice one. Cheers. Thanks for watching.